There's a quote by our 40th president, Ronald Reagan, and it says, "The American dream is not that every man must be level with every other man. The American dream is that every man must be free to become whatever God intends he should become." Meaning, don't follow the cookie cutter way of life. Make your own destiny no matter what everybody else is doing. You see, the American dream is often thought of having all the money in the world, with the beautiful family and the big house. So, we went out 14 years ago to interview young adults about their values and what their American dream was. And we're coming back to interview them now to see how or if they changed. So let's roll the tape back.
My American dream is growing up, having a nice family, getting married, have a few kids, get a good job, and grow up and end life wealthy.
What values do you find in American Dream?
American dream is basically hardworking, happiness, and when you do hard work, you can get more opportunities in life, and with those opportunities can give you happiness depending on what you get out of them.
How society changed those values?
Society could change the values by depending on what happens and the effect of what you do.
What do you value most in life right now?
Right now, the things I value most are my family, my friends, time, and money.
And how do you use those?
Family time, a lot of money feeds into a lot of things. Money's more of a mode of getting things done than it is an object, because without money, you're not going to get far, which feeds into the family. You got to use money on Christmas it helps you further yourself.
What is your perception of the American dream in your personal opinion?
The American dream is more all about opportunity. People come to America to get jobs, money, time, opportunity, just to further themselves, make them better people.
What is your perception of the American Dream?
My perception of the American dream is just being happy the way you think is happy. Yeah.
What are your core values?
My core values, I value trust, I value friendship, I value happiness, and I value hard work.
How do you reach those satisfaction of those values?
Well, you work hard in everything you do. You be nice to people, you build trust with people, you don't treat your friends bad, and you just do everything you're supposed to do in life.
What is somebody that doesn't believe in your values? How does this generation influence those? Like the
ones that don't believe
the outliers of you.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter if I think it's wrong, because their values are their values.
Yes.
So they can achieve the American dream how they perceive it, because it's different for everyone.
How does that affect you though?
It doesn't affect me.
It's good.
It doesn't.
Now that we've shown you our interviews from 2017, it's very interesting to see what their values were and what their idea of the American dream was. So now we're going to head back to get our follow-up interviews and see how or if their American dream has changed. But first, we're going to let them react to their videos to see what they think now.
Hello, I'm Jacob Orr. This is the year 2031. Back in 2017, we did a school project over generational values. While looking back at my previous video, values I said was you need to be happy, hardworking, and have a lot of money to be happy. Looking back at that, I realized you don't have to have a lot of money to be happy in life. Like now, I'm a CEO of my company, and I have 2 kids and a 3rd one on the way.
I got a question. What values do you hold to get the position you're in for your company?
A lot of hard working and putting forth all the effort.
Is it worth it?
It's worth it.
You love it?
Yeah, love my job.
Happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
That's all you need. How has your generation shaped your values to the year 2031?
Well, your generation doesn't really shape your values. Your values are what you want them to be. Makes you who you are.
Does it change the American dream?
Well, the American dream is whatever you want it to be. It's your own dream.
My name is Frank Damaris. The year is now 2031, 2017. I was interviewed about my American dream.
Hey Frank, how you doing?
Pretty good, how are you?
I'm doing good, all right. So back then we interviewed you and you stated your values and your American dream, and And has it changed? Has your perception of the American dream changed?
I don't think my perception of the American dream has changed that much. I mean, I'm more concerned about health, especially with Kanye's new health act that he put in back in 2029. But I really think that the American dream is kind of alive and well and hasn't changed much.
Hi, I'm Michael Noble. It's the year 2031. Back in 2017, when I was a young adult, I was interviewed about what I thought generational values were, and now I'm being interviewed again.
What are your values? How have they changed? Good
Um,
to see you again, buddy.
It's good to see you too. Well, after starting my own business and being a father, I learned that you can't mistake happiness with selfishness, and you can still be happy, and you can still achieve that dream about being happy. But you gotta learn to make sacrifices to also take care of the ones you love.
How has your generation changed the values as you get older, and how you find love?
Well, we become more realistic and more responsible. Back when I was a kid, I think I had unrealistic dreams, and my generation had unrealistic dreams about what happiness was, and we thought it was about pleasing ourselves. When we learn as we grow older, we know it's more about stability and providing for your family, and you don't need all of the money in the world to be happy. And that's the most important thing I learned.
From these interviews, I realized that everybody's values changed and affected their American dream. Not everybody can get their values, and by not achieving some, it changes your American dream. Our generation's values did affect our American dream in some way, but the American dream is really what you make of it. Some of your values are unrealistic, and do something else and change your future. Because your generation doesn't shape all your values. Your values are what you want them to be. But without our generation's values of being happy, family, money, and hardworking, none of us would be the same. Because those values led us to more values and so on. Which is what makes our generation so special. Because everybody's American dream is different. So shape your own destiny.